everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to the start of Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms Week. Here we are. The final push is about to start. It's turn 88. We have 200 turns to achieve victory, so there's no absolute urgency. But I think it's better to take the bull by the horns and start to wield that hammer sooner rather than later. So what the hell am I talking about? I'm talking about taking care of the Turks. You see, the Turkish are on the rise. This is not good, and if I leave them too much longer, they'll continue to rise, and they'll become more and more of a problem. The Mongols down here are, as we have found out, have been dancing about, getting more and more depleted as they come up against Egyptian forces and Jerusalem's forces, and they're probably, I say probably, no longer a major threat to our homelands, and therefore what I'm going to do is I'm going to mobilize my forces across the border. I have 1, I have 2, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 full stack armies. They could do a lot of damage to Turkey, and that's what I intend for them to do. So the preparations have been made to mobilize these forces to start a war with the Turks and hopefully crush them into the dust and bring us that one step closer to victory. So excuse me, I'm just checking my message here. It could be important. No, it couldn't. So that is the step. That is my plan with the armies. Now, of course, no war is complete without a bit of subterfuge to make your life far more easier, as I found out down here in Egypt. So what I'm going to do, before I send my forces careering through Antioch's lands, I first need some military access, and I also need some agents to scout out the path ahead, spies to scout, diplomats to maybe bribe a few weaker cities, bribe a few weaker Turkish armies, thus making our job that little bit easier. Some priests to cause some unrest by converting their populace to Orthodox religion, and also some assassins to lop off the heads of irksome generals to make my life even easier in the battlefield. This is going to be an absolute onslaught, I feel, and I'm hoping it will go according to plan. So what I'm planning to do, Nicosia has a Master Assassins Guild, or Assassin's Guild headquarters, so all my assassins are going to be recruited in Nicosia, so they shall be the elite, the creme de la creme of the Empire's assassins shall be trained here. Attilia and Alanya both have thieves guilds, and therefore they shall be responsible for recruiting my spies. Each settlement will be providing a priest for the army. So Ankara, Iconium here, we're all getting priests recruited so they can go into the armies and the armies can come down, and Dorylium is recruiting the diplomats. I'm assuming the Explorers Guild, I haven't confirmed this, I was supposed to confirm this before I started, but the Explorers Guild, I'm not sure if they give a boost to your diplomat stats, but I'm going to recruit my diplomats here anyway. I'm also recruiting a diplomat in Ankara, because I want to get them across quickly to Antioch for some military access. And I'm also going to give them some money to try and sweeten our friendship, because I cannot allow Antioch to turn against me. That would definitely cause a massive problem to my plan. As for my settlements in the homelands, last time we left off, Black Death. Black Death was upon us, and therefore I have been advised to take out all my generals from the cities, or from the settlements, because they will come down with a nasty horrible plague and probably die. So I've taken all my family members out of the cities, which is why you can see all my armies now are out of the settlements and in the field, because I don't want my armies to be depleted from plague, and I don't want my generals to catch plague, so they're all out and ready to go. Including down here in Tanta and things. Now I've also taken all my tax rates up, which means my whole empire pretty much is on a yellow face. Most of them are, because I am increasing my tax rates as much as possible to fund this massive army with the Turks. And I have also cancelled the building of some of my construction works in settlements like Rhodes and Iraklion, where they are not on the front lines. So my cash flow is looking pretty good now that I've done a bit of housekeeping, and everything else is looking rather marvellous. Down here in Egypt, I am planning on taking Cairo. I am obviously planning on taking Dumyat, yes, with my army here, and then building 2 forts and keeping Egypt at bay, requesting a ceasefire, and that should be the end of that. I could do with a diplomat down here, speaking of which, to try and negotiate that peace deal when the time comes. And that's pretty much my plans. Rather convoluted introduction, but I thought it was necessary. Merchants Guild in Tanta. Why not? Why the hell not, eh? They say. You will be rewarded if I take Dumyat. Well, it's in my plans anyway. It makes no difference to me. Makes no difference, my friends. Right, we have a whole host of building works that are completed, cities that are ready to upgrade, and due to my housekeeping we are in the green for the massive majority of our things. Alexandria, we have Basil of Dracova, Theotikis is a bit ill. Who is ill? Who was that other person that was ill? I don't recall anybody else. Was he a member of the army? I know one of them is my priest. He's come down with plague. There you go, he's got a plague there in his little window. So, oh, maybe it's... Oh!
My lord.
It is my... merchant. That's quite a shame.
Ready to trade. Yes, there's money in this, my lord.
So he wasn't in the settlement and he still came down with plague, so whoever told me that if you take your people out of the settlement so they don't get plague, I think that might be a little white lie. In which case I've taken all my units out for no reason. Anyhow, we shall press on.
Your orders?
I won't let that little thing get me down. Now what I am hoping to do is maybe spring a plague on Cairo. Now this... why would you want to do that? Well, they have a nice garrison in there of rebels, and if I can put a plague within here, I'm sure it might deplete their army's stock, making our life a little bit easier. Yes. Okay. You see, there's just so much to do and my brain cannot take it. Okay, so I'm going to put all my people back inside because it doesn't seem to work. And I'm going to start converging my armies to where they need to be. Agra, diplomat, no. Next turn, no, 2 turns. Wow. I have to remain patient then. Doralium. Okay, diplomats all round. Let's have a look at his... no, he's only one influence, so I don't think the Explorers Guild makes a blind bit of difference to our diplomats. Alas, we shall continue to recruit. One more there, the spy's down here. Let's continue here as well. There's another spy. Another spy here. Let's have a look at our current spies. Are they good? Are they good? Ooh, an assassin as well. But he's rubbish. Oh, 3 subterfuge. Yeah, that's nice. How about my assassins? My assassino. What about them? Are they doing well? 5 subterfuge. Look at that. Trade killer, cold killer, Assassin's Guild journeyman. That's definitely the greatest place to recruit some assassins. Let's have a look. Right. Another turn for my priest there. Do I have a priest here? Yes, I have a priest here. 59. That's the wrong one. 39. That's the right one.
God's servant.
Okay, so I'm going to take my priest here. He's going to join this army. So that's 1 general with a priest. Sorted. Priest. Spy, spy, spy. My priest here. Next turn for him. Ankara. How old is he? 56. Okay, next turn for the priest for him. Okay. Priest 49. Priest 48. It's probably slightly too old. One more turn for the priest. But I will take one of them.
My lord.
Down there, makes things a little bit quicker.
Yes, Lord.
He's coming back to the army
honor.
here.
Yes. Your Majesty. Command me. My lord. Your Majesty.
One more turn for the priest, and then he shall join this army here.
Your orders, noble one.
Okay, so he's missing one. Corin can recruit 2.
Yes, my lord.
One for him and one for him. Okay, it's all working. It's going to be a little bit messy, this update, I think. Whilst we get everything into position, it's just going to be a little bit hit and miss. You have to bear with me while I just sort of sort things out. What's happening down here? He's coming down.
Who do I face?
Tanta.
Let me strike, my lord.
Starve. Let's begin the starvation.
I shall send them to hell or worse.
We shall begin
March.
to starve them out.
Continuing tomorrow. Orders. March! Bringing our troops together. Command me.
Okie dokie, 10 turns it's going to take for that, so just have to remain patient. Right, so we've got our merchants trading, priests are preaching, and yes, Cairo, 50% Orthodox. I think we better bring the priest down. I think here is more pressing, to be perfectly frank with you.
God's servant. Very, my lord.
Okay, preach away before we capture
thy
Cairo.
enemy, Lord.
Makes things a little bit easier for us. So that's that. Okay, they find the Mongols. How are the Mongols doing? They're doing nothing as usual. It's a lovely sight to see. Oh, Egypt are 2 full stacks taking Jerusalem. And a full stack here in Ascalon. I think they might have underestimated Egypt's strength here. Will 2 forts be enough to hold them back if they decide to try and recapture their lost lands? Time will only tell. It's a bit of a sticky situation, eh? Okay, so they're doing fine. I'm recruiting my assassins, I'm recruiting my spies, my priests are getting recruited as well. Diplomats, Amorium is recruiting nothing, which is a waste of time. If we can get some more diplomats recruited swiftly, the better. Right, so Amorium, Dorylium and Ankara shall recruit diplomats for the armies. Any armies can move down. I think what we're going to do is we're going to mass the armies all down here. All down here. And we're going to sort of march through here. And we're going to fan out down here and start there. That's the first Turkish land, I think. So we're going to start with that. And probably from there go round and down. That's this way. Is this Baghdad? Yes, that's Baghdad. And as I say, any Turkish settlements I do capture shall be sacked dry and then sold on, probably to Antioch, as a goodwill gesture to boost our relationship